let me weigh in on this Clapham thing. Yeah. I told you, reckless parents of my time produced the reckless children that followed. And then, what we're seeing now. Listen, boy, I told you where this was all going. I told you many years ago, decades ago. So it means nothing to me, you know. What do you want me to say? You know, and I'll tell you this now, yeah. The same reckless parents, yeah. Not so long ago. I remember when I was at school, yeah. When kids were misbehaving, yeah, and I was a kid myself. I remember when I was about 10, 11. I was a kid myself, yeah. And the class troublemaker, yeah, the reckless, dare I say it, Afrobean, BLACK kids, the ones ripping it up. When the kids ripped it up and the parents came in, what did the parents say? What? If you imagine being a teacher then, yeah. Okay. Let's break this down. All right. Teacher now, teacher then. Okay. Now, being a teacher then, right? People say it's hard now. It's hard now because there's more of them now. It's a culture now. It's a way of life now. Being the rude boy, being that bad boy kid in class that's the way now. That's aspiration. That is the aspiration now. So, what I'm saying is, back then it was the minority, but still a big problem. And because it even showed up more, so it cuts both ways. So again, normal kid at school, the reckless black child, chopping it up, mashing it up. School reports back to the parent. What do you think the parent did? What did the parent say? Let's talk about this. Let's chat. What did the parent say? Did the parent say, "Hey, sorry about this. I'm going to discipline my child now, and I'm going to handle this. Let me. You go about your business, school. This is my problem. I'm going to handle this. I'll take full responsibility for this because it's my son." Was it A? Was it B? Okay, I understand what's happened here. Kid needs to be in detention, suspended, expelled. We understand what's happened there. It was our kid's fault. We take full accountability for this. Do what you have to do, and we'll deal with it at our end. That's B. Or was it C? No, man, what do you mean my kid? What? We come there and slap you? What? What do you mean my boy did something? No, it was you did it. I just come there and slap you. And sometimes, listen, no, you shut up. My kid. What are you talking about? My kid? What would the other kid do? So what if my kid brought a knife to school and stabbed up the boy then? So what? That's strength, that's power. What do you mean? Who are you anyway? Who are you? Go call the police. We'll deal with them too. Right, all that kind of stuff. So basically, that's how it goes. The thing is, that minority now is the majority now. I mean, ripping up Clapham, for goodness sake. Hold on, wait. Why don't the kids all go to Clapham Common and muck about there and fuck among themselves there and do madness there? The big fields going to Clapham. Listen, Clapham High Road Clapham High Road is here, Clapham Common is there. So why don't the kids go to Clapham Common and do their madness there and muck about there and at least have a fist fight with one of the little fairground rides or do some silliness there and hang out and just do what they're doing there? Why do they go to Clapham? Why do they go to Clapham High Street and start breaking it up? Why? Attention, attention. A, for attention. B, because, it's fashion to be reckless and unruly, as I've said. Yeah. And C, they go do something and get away with it. Because I'm a child, how many of you got children that kids act up, you discipline them, the kid says to you back, okay then, I'm going to go to social services. I've heard that story, I'm like, what? And these are good families. I'm like, what? These are actually very, 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 very good Afro-Caribbean families. Could get a bit cheeky and tell you straight. Okay, I'll go social services then. Now, what is a good, respectable, in-house family meant to say to that? Come on, you got the answers, not me. Look at me. I'm retired now. I was told, oh, you're a chief. You don't know anything. You're probably black. Black. You don't want to hear that. Exactly. So let me step out the picture. You handle that now. You handle that. You know? You handle that. You know? Because this is, I said before, you know, comes to the culture, yeah, and obviously how we operate in, like, you know, certain spaces. I said this before, yeah. In Western society, if we're looking at Afro-Caribbean, and I guess you can look at the States, you know, it's certain, the way the movement is in Western societies. I say this again, repetition. I said this before. There's an issue. There's a big issue, man. There's an issue. You know what I mean? Because the family, I said before, the family structures are similar, if not identical. You know? So why should it be that way, you know? You can't keep relying on good black folk to hold it up. You can't keep relying on the media to keep presenting, you know, good black families to hold it up. Because that's your saving grace right now. Although I've got a different idea on black people being represented in the media. That's a different thing. But it's not good. It's not looking good. You know? It's not looking good. There's a lot more I could say. I mean, and another thing, the media have actually downplayed this. So technically speaking, I can argue the media have doing you a favour. Because this isn't really major news, you know? And it's funny, because I've seen a few right-wing channels, you know, saying, hold on, why isn't this front page news, you know? I mean, go back to the previous riots, the big riots. Was it 2011 riots? When they mashed up Croydon and burned down Reeves, remember? Okay? So, that was front page news. On this occasion, it's like the media's doing you a favour, you know? Maybe the left-wing government is saying, hold on, let's not drop this now because, you know, maybe they I don't know. But maybe it is because the left-wing government is saying, guess what, let's not drop this now because it's predominantly, let's spit it out, predominantly black kids wrecking it up. Okay? Wrecking it up. Predominantly black kids wrecking up Clapham High Street. And Clapham High Street's got some good shops there, actually. Good little quaint, you know, shops. And the funny thing is, one thing about Clapham High Street is, before I wrap this up, apart from the Sainsbury's they got there, McDonald's obviously, I don't see too many chain shops there. So if they have to wreck it up, if they're gone wrecking it up, they're wrecking up little arty shops and little, you know, few little second-hand shops and, you know, other shops where people have actually had to invest and make them themselves, you know. Little entrepreneurial kind of flavoured shops, if that makes sense, you know. You know, someone, you know, might have had an angel investor, drop money on them and that kind of thing. So it's not like they're wrecking up Sainsbury's or Tesco's that got that big money to, like, replace and repair, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, man, this is your offspring now. This is your seed doing this, all right? You were told back in the day when it was going, you pushed out your main voices, you wanted to be BLACK and ignorant, so here you are. Deal with it. It's your issue, your problem. All right, later.